my god, look who's back testing more new makeup.
Okay.
That's right, guys. I am back. I am testing more new makeup for you guys because if you guys did not know, I somehow stumbled upon a shit ton of new makeup. I don't know how that happened. It's a little overwhelming. As grateful as I am, it's also very overwhelming because I'm just like, holy shit, this is it's a lot. It's a lot to get into. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right on in. So I'm going to start off with my eyes, and I'm actually going to be using the brand new Unearthly Cosmetics Spring Magic Palette. Now, this actually was gifted to me in PR. This was part of our makeup haul that we received when we went to New Orleans as the Creator and Friend event. They recently gave us this collection. So this is the Spring Magic Palette. I believe this actually does retail for $78, which I know is really expensive, especially for an Earthly because their palettes were a little bit more affordable. But I think it's because there's so many beautiful, there's so many different beautiful shimmers and matte formula in there. That's probably why it's a bit more expensive. Plus mirrors make it more expensive. But I do have a code. It's code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off anything from Unearthly in case you guys do want to save some coin. But this is the Spring Magic Palette right here. I will say this is absolutely gorgeous. Like, this is such a gorgeous palette. The first time I actually saw Amanda swatch this, I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I was like, oh my God, that is absolutely beautiful. Like, that is absolutely beautiful. So I really want to play with this today. So I'm actually going to do two different eye looks because I really want to play with this green section right here. You guys know that I'm a whore when it comes to green. I will willingly spread myself thin for it. But I also want to play with some blues and purples. No. So we're actually going to be playing with this today. So I'm going to start off with my eye base, and I'm going to be going into the Sigma eyeshadow base primer right here. Now, this is the shade called Ignite. This was like all the rage at the Creator and Friends event. There was a bag that you can bid for, a Sigma goodie bag, okay? And everybody was bidding for it like crazy. Heather in particular was going crazy to get the Ignite eyeshadow base right here. She said it's her absolute favorite. And Sigma was so sweet to send me over a box of goodies for their 40th anniversary sale, which if you guys did not know is still going on right now. You guys can save 40% off when you guys use my code Allie over at Sigma for their anniversary stuff. It's not on every single item, like not on their brand new items, but like on their older ones, you guys can save up to 40% off with my code. So I think it's really cool. So I got to get this, and I really want to try this because, like I said, Heather really sold me on it for her reaction to this being in the bag. She was going crazy. So I'm like, okay, this must be really good. I've never tried this. Okay, this is my first year really trying out Sigma, and I'm just really curious to see the hype on this eyeshadow base because I normally use my P. Louise, but man, Heather sold me. Okay, definitely different from what I'm used to. I don't know what I expected, but I didn't expect it to be that. We're just going to blend this out with my fingers, and then we're going to do two different eye looks for you guys. So anyway, I hope everybody had a beautiful, beautiful weekend. I got glue right here. I had a pretty decent weekend. Like this past weekend, on Saturday, decided to spend my whole day. I'm going to try a little bit more of this Dr. Dennis Gross thing. I don't really see too much of difference in my lip plumping, but everybody swears by this. So far, the only thing I noticed is that it just irritates the heck out of my lips. That's the only thing I noticed, but we're going to keep trying it. But this past Saturday, I was supposed to do like a whole YouTube day. Actually, let me take that back. This past Saturday, I was supposed to go to a book event with Betty and Rachel. They invited me to go out with them to go shopping at this massive book sale, and I was originally going to go, but I honestly had so much YouTube work to do because ever since I got back from Creator and Friends, I've been so overwhelmed with both jobs. Like seriously, I've been so overwhelmed with both jobs that it's a lot. It's a lot to take in, and I haven't done two jobs in a hot minute. So I've been very overwhelmed, needless to say. I've been trying my best. I'm going to go into this really pretty shade right here called Healer. So I've been trying to balance both jobs and have somewhat of a personal life at the same time, and so I've been pretty overwhelmed with both jobs and everything. So I was like gonna go with them to this book event where it's like a massive like book sale where like it was like a whole like a used book sale. Like you go into like a library, but it wasn't like a library. It's like people donated, and you can buy like pretty much new books that are used or like in great condition. And I was going to go, but then I ended up bailing on them like a week before because I was just like, you know what, guys, I have so much YouTube work to do. I have so much work to catch up on. Like I have a whole list of videos that I want to do for you guys. I just haven't been able to do them. I just genuinely have not had the freaking time. So that was my goal, was to film everything this weekend for you guys. I even talked about it in a recent video that is what I was going to do. Well, then the weekend rolled around and I chose to do the opposite. And I chose to not do YouTube work. Instead, I chose just to play Fortnite and hang out with my husband, because my husband's been super busy with work and super busy with school, because he's going into his final week, so lots of projects are due. So he's been really overwhelmed with school and work as well. So I decided to just spend time with him instead. And so I neglected to do my YouTube duties on Saturday. So then Sunday rolled around. I was like, okay, that is my day. I'm going to do YouTube all day, right? And I did. I mean, I really took the time to edit my new makeup releases, which I'm very happy with that video. Like, if you guys have not seen it, please go check it out, because I loved my editing that video. I've been, like, told you guys, I've been really trying to step up my editing game, and I'm very proud with how that video turned out, right? So I'm very happy with that video. So I, took, a while to edit that video, like really took my time to edit it, make sure it's in tip-top quality for you guys. And then I was going to film like my Repurchase or Trash series. That's what I was going to film. And then I ended up not getting to it because I do not like living in clutter, and my room was atrocious. Like, it was disgusting. When I say disgusting, I mean I had food particles all over my desk, okay? I had shit all over my floor. Not actual like dog shit, by the way, just like shit. I'm going in the shade called Breezy. I had shit all over my floors. I had boxes everywhere. I was like, I gotta get this stuff organized. Like, everything was so disarrayed, discombobulated. It just was giving me such mad anxiety. And I got tape. I curated mystery boxes of books. If anyone wants to get them, I can sell them on my Poshmark, and I'm only going to do like $20 per box. But the only thing I'm trying to figure out is like the weight, because they are kind of heavy. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it where like you're not spending a stupid amount of money in shipping, but I'm trying to keep them as cheap as possible. There's minimum like 8 books per box, and most of them are in pretty much great condition. Like, read once are not even read at all. So I'm trying to keep it as like cheap as possible and trying to figure out how to get that out there. So when I put that out, it'll be on my, not Poshmark, it'll be on my Mercari. When I put that out, it'll be on my Mercari. If anyone is interested, I'm going to keep them very cheap in price, just because I'm trying to just, pass them along to better homes and everything like that. And I will say like what's in the boxes too, just in case anyone's interested. So I did all of that, started getting the cleaning going, and then I broke down every single box in here. I split up all the makeup into different piles. So what I'm doing for giveaways, what I'm doing for, testing new makeup, this and that. And then I ended up just deep cleaning the entire house. I put on the new Taylor Swift album, and I just went ham, and I just deep cleaned the entire house. I didn't get any YouTube work done besides the editing. So I was supposed to film, and I ended up not filming. So instead I was like, okay, well, now I got my whole house clean. Laundry's done. I felt so much better that everything was cleaned and organized. Well, then yesterday I was like, okay, I can now focus all day filming. Well, I ended up not doing that. I did film. I filmed what you guys saw on Tuesday. And I went and saw the movie called Civil War with Corey. It's our first date day we've had in a very long time. We went and saw the movie together. We were so excited because we thought this was going to be fantastic. We were like, this is going to look so good. We love the movie. At the end, Leave the World Behind on Netflix. We're like, okay, this is going to be something very similar. Oh no. It was not similar in the slightest. What I thought would be a movie about Civil War here in America, it turned out to be someone's journey to becoming a war photographer, is the best way I'll put it. So it was okay, but it was very disappointing. It was disappointing. You know what I mean? Like, I wasted my day. And then I ended up just coming home and I'm rewatching the Bridgerton. Corey hates how I say it. Bridgerton series, because I'm so excited for season 3. So needless to say, guys, I did not get a lot of YouTube work done that I was supposed to get done. And I want to apologize for that, because I have been, frankly, kind of overwhelmed doing both jobs. It's a little bit harder than I remember. I'm going to go into the shade called Rainfell right here. It's a little bit harder than I remember doing 2 jobs. For some reason, I don't know how I did it. Back in like 2019, when I was a full-fledged server, full-time server, mind you, I was doing YouTube, and I was doing YouTube 3 times a week. And I'm like, how the did I do that? You know what I mean? Like, how did I do that back then? And then I kind of remind myself that those were also like half shifts. So they're not like 8-hour shifts that I'm doing now back at Disney. They were full on half shifts back in the day. And I feel like I didn't care as much about the quality back then because I didn't know any better. And I also back then only had like at most 100 views in my video. So like I didn't have that pressure on myself to do good and to be better. And I know I shouldn't have that pressure now, but oh my God, do I have that pressure now? Big time do I have that pressure. So like I'm trying. I am definitely really trying. It's not the easiest, I will say, but I'm definitely trying to give you guys like top-notch quality if I can, and not just have it be really poor editing or boring content. And it's just a lot more work than I expected. But I will say, you know, I wanted to give you guys an update. I really am enjoying my job. I didn't think I was going to. I definitely had a lot of fear about going back to Disney. Like a lot of fear, a lot of trepidation. I'm going to go into the shade called Clouds right here. Just a lot of anxiety, but people have been so welcoming, and I'm finally getting to the point where I'm really starting to like understand things in a way that I wasn't able to before. Like I have a whole notebook, okay? I have a whole notebook that I keep with me now, before just staying at the office, with all my notes, every single note that I've taken down to understand how to work in an office job that's so different from my own. So I have all those notes, and now I don't even need to look at them anymore, because I know the routine, I know what to do. But I also like but I also like gotta remind myself that I did start that job right before oh, that is so pretty. Right before I went to Vegas. I literally started that job right before I went to Vegas. So I barely had time. I'm going to go in the shade called Sunshine. Like I started that job right before I went to Vegas. So I barely had time to train and get accustomed to it. So I haven't even seen what my full paycheck would be like, because my paychecks have been kind of, I don't want to say sporadic, but definitely sporadic because of the fact that I have been gone. Like I went to Vegas, I went to Vegas and then I went to New Orleans. So I haven't got to see a full paycheck yet, except for one. And so when I get paid next, it should be my first like full paycheck, which I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm going to be actually getting every single month, or every single, I guess, was it 2 weeks, you know, which is so different because YouTube, if you guys did not know, YouTube pays you once a month. Once a month YouTube pays you, by the way. So you get paid one time, and you get paid from the month before. So like everything that I accumulated in the month of March, I'm getting for the month of April, if that makes sense. And that is why like you'll notice a lot more like in like, you know, December. That's why you'll notice a lot more in like December and November. A lot of content creators are producing so much more content because that's when AdSense is the highest. AdSense has been pretty low this last quarter. Like anything from like May, anything from like June, anything from January, February, March are literally the lowest time. So it can be kind of defeating at times. And I feel like I'm just like word vomiting at you guys at this point. I'm not even like, let you guys catch your breath. I haven't even asked you guys how you're doing today. I am so rude. Okay, so this is how the first look is looking, by the way. And I think it's really pretty. Such a pretty look. So yeah, I do like my job. I still feel, so yeah, needless to say, the whole point of that story was to tell you guys that like I really do like my job, but I still feel some sort of like disconnect. I feel like a disconnect, and I don't know what to do about it. Like I know I've talked to you guys about this before, and you guys all said keep, you know, both jobs separate, and I definitely agree. I am keeping both jobs separate, but at the same time, it's just so weird to me. It feels like I'm living a double life, and I don't know how I feel about it. I don't like that double life feeling. I'm gonna go into the shade right here called Herbalist right here. I don't like that double life feeling, and that's how I feel right now, that I'm living a double life, okay? Because when I go on my job at Disney, I'm just Allie, okay? My coworkers know that I do YouTube. You know, they're not oblivious to the fact that I do make content, and that it's still like my primary job. But like when I'm there, I'm just Allie. You know what I mean? Like I am not forced to smile. I'm not forced to interact or fake being positive. I'm not saying that I'm always doing that here, but there are days, guys, when I really haven't wanted to film, but I know I need to, because if I don't film, I'm not going to make any money. And then like, how am I going to make my bills? Like, how am I going to pay my bills? So there's times where I have forced myself to be like, you know what I mean? And I feel like those videos, you can tell what those videos are versus the ones I'm genuinely happy in. Like that's like what I mean. Like I'm forced to like smile sometimes. And I hate saying that because I love doing YouTube, but there's just days where I just don't feel like filming, but I know I need to. So I have to like force myself to get on camera. And then like when I'm there, if I don't want to like talk, I don't have to talk to anybody, you know what I mean? It's kind of nice. And like when I'm there, I don't have to worry about saying the wrong thing or doing the wrong thing. Like I am who I am here. I'm very much who I am. What you see on here is how I am in real life. I may be a little bit more filtered because I don't want to like ever say anything to offend anyone or hurt anyone's feelings. And in my real life, I try to keep the same thing, but like I definitely like curse a lot more, and I may be a little bit more open with my opinions. But when I'm there, I'm just me, and I can breathe, and it's so different. It's just so different. And I get to talk to people. Like, I didn't realize ultimately how much I craved talking to somebody. Like, I used to love the idea of working from home, and I still do love working from home. But like, there'd be days where I'd be very, very lonely because I'd be doing this job for 12, 13 hours. Corey's at school, Corey's at work. I'm all by myself. And I didn't realize how much I crave to hear another human being talking back to me. So I get excited when I go into work and I'm like, hello, I get to talk to people. I get to rant their ears off if I want to, or I don't have to say a damn word. And then when I get off of work, I come home and that's just it. Like, I come home. I don't, I had to think about work, had to stress about work, and that's a really, really nice feeling. Because when I do YouTube is always on my mind. YouTube is always on my mind. When I film, it takes me a couple hours to film, it takes me a couple hours to edit, then I do my thumbnail, I do my description, I do my tagging, and then I'm making sure that before I go to bed, I try to respond back to every single comment on that video. I used to pride myself in responding to every single comment on every video, but realistically, I cannot keep up with that anymore because I do post a lot that it's hard to keep up with all the comments that I now get compared to what I used to get. And it kind of makes me sad because I really prided myself on responding back to every single person, but now I can't do it as much. So I'm kind of like bummed about it. But then like when I'm not responding to comments, I'm responding to emails, or I'm planning my next video, or budgeting to say, okay, here's a new launch coming out, or this is what I want to film. How am I gonna do this financially, or how am I gonna get this video edited the way I want? Like, it's always YouTube is in the back of my mind. I'm always looking out for the new makeup releases, having to pay attention to what's coming out in makeup, keeping up to date with that. So it's like never just like a moment to just kind of unwind from social media. I'm always on my phone. I'm always looking at Instagram, always looking at TikTok to see what's new, what's viral, what can I review next, what do people want to see. Like, that is what's always in my mind. I'm gonna go into the shade called Sprout right here. So that's what I'm always thinking about. And my husband, sometimes he's so supportive, but sometimes he's like, hey, can you, we're watching a TV show, do you mind putting your phone down? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to these comments and stuff like that. So that's just what I mean when I say there's like two different disconnects, because I have this world and I have that world. And sometimes I just want to be able to bridge the two together. And I don't know how, because they're just two vastly different worlds, like two completely different worlds. And so I feel like I'm living like a double life. And I hate that feeling because I want to be able to bridge the two together. Because before I used to somehow bridge the two together. And now I have no idea how to bridge the two together. And like I said, I know you guys would tell me, no, Allie, keep it separate. And I hear you, but like, I don't know. It's weird. I just feel like still like I'm standing at a precipice of a cliff, looking at both sides, saying which route do I want to take? Do you know what I mean? I'm so sorry. I realized I literally just word vomited at you guys this entire like 19 minutes I've been filming so far, just word vomiting at you guys and just putting all my burden on your guys' shoulder, being listen to my problems. Really not any problems at all, because I'm just very blessed and very grateful for what I do, and I'm very grateful for you guys. I don't know, I guess I kind of just wanted to vent to my friends. Kind of just also update you guys on how life is going and how my new job is going. And I will say I really do love my new job, which I am just thoroughly surprised about, because I never thought that I would love my new job. I for sure thought, I'm going to go into the shade right here called Grimoire. I for sure thought I was going to be bitter. I for sure thought I was going to be bitter about going back to work, and that I was going to be bitter towards YouTube and really mad and upset with myself. But it's quite the opposite. Me going back to work has somehow made me fall more in love with YouTube. I think it's because it makes me appreciate it more. It's taking pressure off of myself, because I put a lot of pressure on myself to try to perform and make the best videos that I can. And when I get told by YouTube studios that my video is 10 out of 10, performing the worst that it's done, people are unsubscribing and no one's watching, it can be really defeating, and it can really make you feel very worthless. And I felt that for a very, very long time. Very long time. And I think by me going back to work, it's really kind of helped me find that balance and go, you know what? If my video fails, that's okay, because I now have a job that I can fall back onto. So now I can just kind of have fun again with YouTube and just go back to being creative and not putting so much stress on myself to have a video perform if it just doesn't want to perform. You know what I mean? Okay, so moving on to primer. I'm going to go into the Super Goop right here. I also have my Sephora favorites, which I still want to like use these favorites. I have not used them yet and I really, really want to. But inside here, they have a glow screen, and I realized I also have a glow screen inside this pack as well. And this is actually labeled as illuminating and illuminating primer plus SPF. So I figured, why not use this today? I was thoroughly surprised because the other day I did a full face of testing new makeup, and in that video I tried out like products I genuinely did not think were going to work for me. I'm going to go into the glow screen right here, and surprisingly my makeup lasted for 8 hours and I did not get oily, and I was very, very, very surprised by that because you guys have seen me get super oily. Hold on. You guys have seen me get super oily. So that is what I thought was going to happen. Ooh, that's what I thought was going to happen. I was going to get really oily. Surprisingly, my oil did not come through. And I was like, what the heck is this magical cream on my face? And I realized maybe it's the foundation. I love the smell of freaking Tourist. Maybe it's the foundation. Maybe it was that damn e.l.f. bronzer. Maybe it was the Danessa Myricks product. I don't know. But my makeup held on really nicely, which I'm so surprised about. And I put on a shit ton of product. Holy shit. It is, but the smell of sunscreen, I love the smell of it because it just reminds me of being at Disney, and there's something about the sunblock smell that makes me think of Disney Tourist. I just love the smell, only when they smell like sunblock, because during the summer, yo, some of those tourists stink. I'm sorry, but some of them do not wear deodorant, and you're like, oh my god. I used to have to hold my breath at a table whenever people come in and they wear those freaking open air tank tops and they're just airing out their pits for everybody in the vicinity to smell, and you're just like, oh. Okay. Well, this definitely does give me like a nice glow. Now my hands are very, very glowy, and that's how this looks so far. I don't know if I would wear this that often. The only thing was like SPFs. I know they're so good for you, but for me, if someone gets really oily, SPFs are really intimidating because of the fact that this expires. Jeez, I only get 1 year with this shit. Dang. SPFs tend to get me really oily, so it's why I usually don't like to wear them under makeup. But now we're gonna move into Salt New York. I got to meet the owner of Salt New York, and they stayed on my floor, and let me tell you, Kiki is incredible. They are so freaking kind, so hilarious, and they really just have one of those personalities that like clicks with everybody. I absolutely adore Kiki, and Kiki has a brand called Salt New York, and in here you kind of have like a full face. So I have a skin tint right here. I have a skin tint, I have a bronzer, I have a blush and lip cream, and I also have a highlighter right here plus a concealer. And I actually do have a code now with Salt New York. It's code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off if you buy anything from Salt New York. And I was really, really impressed with how great this quality is. I do get oily with the skin tint, just a heads up, I do get oily, but the way it just blends and seems like the way it just blends into my skin is just absolutely beautiful. So I'm gonna go in with a dry sponge. I'm gonna dig into the skin tint right here, and I'm gonna go ahead and apply this on the face. Now I actually learned a lot because Kiki taught us all about formulas. Kiki taught us about how makeup creation came to be, how they created the brand, and like what really goes into it, and if you're really oily, if you're really dry. Like Kiki taught us so much, and I found it to be such an educational experience when I got to try it out, when I got to go to like the little impromptu Salt New York brunch. I loved it, and I really, really love this skin balm. Now I put on this balm when I want to go out for the day and I don't really want to do too much heavy makeup, but I still want to have something on my face. I go into the skin balm right here. Like it is just so pretty. Like, do you see this? It looks like skin. Like it literally looks like a glowy skin. Unbelievably beautiful. Ooh. Yo, your girl is glowy. Oh my god, look at that. I am glowy. Oh. We are glowy. And I'm not gonna lie, my face kind of itches. I think it's more the sunscreen because I know it's not that balm. But now we're gonna go into the bronzer, which is right here. Okay, so this is kind of where we are at. I am unbelievably glowy. Like, oh my god, I'm so glowy. Shit. All right, I'm gonna go into the Salt New York concealer right here. Ooh, I mean, if I left the house like this, I would look like a grease ball. 1000% I look like a grease ball. All right, so I have the Sigma. This is a Gleaming Glow Illuminating Powder in the shade called Fairy Dust. So I thought this was a setting powder. It's a gleaming, I can't even speak it. It is a beaming glow illuminating powder. It's a powder. So this powder says brighten up your complexion with this weightless pearlescent illuminating powder. Designed to minimize the appearance of pores and blur imperfections in under eye bags, this light reflecting powder is a quick fix for lackluster skin and tired eyes. I think we're kind of good. I think we're kind of good on the whole illuminating the skin because I am very, very much illuminating right now. I think I glow in the dark, if I'm to be honest with you guys, with how shiny she is. So I do have some cream blushes and some cream highlighters. I'll put that on. Let's check out this blush palette. So I do a blush palette from Unearthly. I know we have blush with the Salt New York, but I'm gonna try out this blush palette from Unearthly because there's 6 different blushes in here. And they look like this, but I think they're more powder. They're powder. So we'll have to play with this. So I am going to set the face. I do know they also came out with liquid highlighters, but I'm just going to put that on top of powder because I don't mind doing that. But we need to set the face. So we're going to try out this illuminating powder right here from Sigma. Again, I've never tried anything like this from this brand, so I'm so excited to see how this turns out. Oh, okay. This just poured right out. Okay, well, let's go in with my powder puff. Let's try setting the face. Oh my God. Oh, there's literally glitter reflex in that. I'm going to look like one of the Cullens. I am going to look like, literally there's glitter reflex all up in this. Oh my God. Why did I pick this? Why? What was I, did I not read? I clearly must have not. I look bad. I know y'all see that. I know y'all see that. Oh my God. It looks like I put a white cast all over my face, like a shiny lotion. Shiny glitter lotion. It mixed very well with the products. The nose is somewhat coming off at this point. Yeah, we did that. We did that, guys. Alright, well, there's nothing I can do at this point except proceed forward with life, because when life throws you glitter... When life throws you glitter, you just make a glitter bukkake. All right, so we're going to go back into a Sigma powder. We're going to go into that light matte bronzer because we're going to have to re-bronze the face up. And now we're going to bronze up with a powder bronzer right here. I did just recently try this. I really liked it. I think it's really pretty. So we're just going to go back over the face. We're going to lightly powder the face, trying to bring some sort of matte back to the face because we are looking a little funny. I feel like if I were to go a step outside, I would look like Edward Cullens, like I was part of the Cullen family. So I just walked outside and I filmed my face for you guys, and it's very, very humbling to see how horrible my skin looks. It looks very textured. Well, you just saw. It's a very humbling experience. So now we're gonna move on to the blush because, well, we're just gonna go into blush because we're not gonna dwell on my face looking like that because it'll make me curl up in a ball and sing Taylor Swift in the shower. Okay, so moving on to blush, I kind of want to take the shade right here called Alchemy. I feel like this is like a really pretty like orangey blush, and I love a good orangey blush, although it does have some glitter in it. So this is just the video of glitter, it seems. I planned this video very, very, very poorly, by the way. I had different expectations for how this video was going to go, and this is definitely not what I expected. That is a very pretty blush, but I just feel like it's sticking to the face. It's what it is. Okay, so moving on to finishing off the eyes, because I do want to finish off the eyes before we move on to highlighter. I'm going to go into the shade called Thaw right here. We're going to put this underneath our waterline right here very lightly. Why are you guys subscribed to my channel at this point? I question you guys, okay? Because I've seen people like Michaela who can produce Just beautiful looks no matter what the situation is. And I'm over here like struggling hardcore. Now I'm not putting on any lashes because I want to try out some new mascara that I got. So we have no new lashes to try, but I just want to try out the mascara to see how nice it is. Okay, so moving on to highlight. I have 2 highlighters to try out today, which I'm really excited about. So Unearthly did some liquid highlighters. They did 2 shades of liquid highlight. Shade called I'm Sprung and Awaken right here. 2 different highlighters. These look absolutely beautiful. I cannot wait to show them to you. When I saw the swatches of these, I was like, oh my God, say less. So here is a shade called I'm Sprung. Like, that is gorgeous. And then you also have the shade called Awaken, like this really pretty pink one. Like this iridescent pink one. Like, what? 2 beautiful, beautiful highlights, by the way. And then they also did a gloss, and this gloss is called Pollen. Looks like it's a green, like a clear gloss. Like, it looked like a white iridescent gloss with green reflex, but it actually reflects a little bit of purple. Actually reflects a little bit of pink and green in here. Very, very beautiful. So I'm actually going to take this shade called I'm Sprung, and we're going to put this on the face. I'm actually going to blend it out with a different highlighter as well. So I'm just going to take a couple dots, just like so, because I feel like this would be really pretty. And I'm actually going to tap it out with my finger, because I want you guys to see just, wow, that is beautiful. Gorgeous. So I have that highlighter that I want to show off, but I also have one from Ofra Cosmetics. Ofra just launched their brand new Out of This World highlighter, and this is going to be blast off on our daintiest highlight yet. With our own liquid to bake silky smooth formula, this compact of cosmic vibes is ready to spark up more than conversation. This electric multidimensional highlighter shifts from a transparent base to an iridescent light catching green glow, ready to elevate any look. You guys know I freaking love Ofra Cosmetics, and they have some of the best highlighters out there. So this is going to be their Out of This World highlighter. You guys can use code Allie, which will save you guys 20% off when getting anything from Ofra. And this is going to be the highlight right here. Look at how gorgeous that is. So pretty. So I'm actually going to try this one out on this side. So let's see how this one looks. Wow, that is pigmented. So pigmented. Do you guys see that? Like, it looks very similar to the Unearthly, but in a powder form. If I could put some on top of, ooh, that just like really takes that one even further. Oh, do you guys see that? That is gorgeous. Very gorgeous. I think it doesn't mix the best with the base personally. I know Ofra's formula, and I feel like because the fact that I did put this on a really like kind of like tacky base, the powder is not mixing the best, and I have used powder on top of powder before. I just think that my base is just a little wonky, but it is a very, very, very gorgeous color. So I'm actually going to take this. We're going to put this as an inner corner and brow bone highlight for both eyes. I'm going to quickly throw on some mascara. The mascara that I want to use today is the new YSL Lash Clash Volume Extreme Mascara. This was sent to me in PR, and I really want to try this out to see how I like it. So we're going to do that. I'm probably just going to throw on some white liner, and then we're going to come back to finish off the lips. But I will say these highlighters are freaking gorgeous, and kind of mixing the two is just like wow. But this is the Unearthly and Ofra mix. Like, that is gorgeous. But do we see the way that this is just glowing? Like, this is giving me such a freaking glow. I love Ofra. Okay, I will say this is a very chunky wand, but the bristles are incredibly soft. Okay, so for lips, I'm just going to quickly throw on the ColourPop lip liner right here. So I have, I think, 2 lip products I do want to try. So I'm going to throw on this lip liner. This one's called Beeper. Okay, now that that is on, we're going to go into the Sigma. This is going to be a lip cream right here. I have this shade called New Mod. So we're going to try this out. Looks like it's full pigmented too. Oh, that is a beautiful, beautiful shade. Okay, then to top it off, I'm going to go in with that Unearthly Pollen shade right here. This beautiful, like, colorful lip gloss. Just want to see what it looks like on top. I'm finished with the Power Grip Setting Spray from e.l.f. And this is the final look. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom you guys out because we have to talk. Okay, so this is how the face looks. I'm going to start off by saying I absolutely hate my base. I do not like how it looks in the slightest. It looks really, really bad. So we're gonna kind of go over why it kind of looks bad. So up first, I did try the glow screen right here. I don't know if this is playing a factor into why the base does not look good. I usually go in with a very matte base when I use my Salt New York products. I love my Salt New York products. The balm looks absolutely incredible. You guys have already been seeing me wear it. I've been telling you guys I'm wearing it in videos. You guys have seen it, so you guys know how good the quality is. So I think this did not mix very well with it at all, and that's probably my fault. This is why I do the first impressions video. This is why I do a repurchase or trash. I can test things over and over again. So I would say this is an absolute no for me. And this is probably one of those things that I would wear by itself and with nothing else, because I just cannot have it looking like this. Now, when it comes to the Salt New York complexion products, I absolutely love the Salt New York bombs. They are so incredible. The shade match is like perfection. I love the bronzer. The lip products and the cream products are the blush product is beautiful. Even a little highlighter is gorgeous. I love the way my face looks whenever I wear this. I do get oily when I wear this, but this is just one of those products I wear and I'm just gonna be going out of the house for a couple hours, so I don't mind getting a little oily. But if I'm going to work and stuff like that, I would not wear this. But it's such a gorgeous, gorgeous product. I highly recommend checking this out if you guys have not done so already. Same with the concealer. The concealer is just really gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful products from Salt New York. I really do enjoy them. I think where the downfall for my makeup look went is trying out this Sigma Brightening Illuminating Powder. This, to me, I think really just changed the look of my face. You guys know I was already shiny before. I should have gone in with like a really mattifying powder, but I just wanted to try this, and I feel like it just looks absolutely horrific on the face. It's accentuating every single pore, every single texture that's on my face. It gives me this really unnatural glow, and it has like a white cast on my face. It looks like my face is just really just like dewy and wet right now, and it's not. Like it's literally matte. It's just that shiny, and it did not mix very well with the product. So this is one of those products I feel like I would probably use as like those products I would use like when I use my Jaclyn Cosmetics products, like when she had like those glowy face like light illuminators. That is what I used just to do a soft little glow from within highlight. I feel like this is what this is perfect for. If you're really oily skin and textured skin, this is not going to be for you to use as any sort of powder except for like a highlight. Other than that, this did not make my face look good at all. It actually made my face look really horrible. So I feel like that's why the downfall of it happened. But it's not necessarily the product's fault. It's just mixing products that maybe should not have been mixed together, and knowing what I like and what I don't like. And for me, this is just a no for like a setting powder. Yes for highlighter, but no for a setting powder. So that kind of was a bust right there. Then we went in with the Unearthly Cosmetics blush palettes. These are gorgeous. These were very light. They're definitely, I thought they were gonna be more pigmented than what they were, but when you wear this, I feel like you really don't need to have a highlighter. If you're like me, that's super oily, I feel like you don't need to have a highlighter with this, because it's gonna go ahead and give you that nice glow. I love the shade called the Alchemy. Very beautiful, like orangey blush with like a little bit of like a nice gold illuminating property to it. It's very pretty. Definitely will be wearing this again. I do like the liquid highlighters. They are really pretty. They are decent to blend out, but I feel like I would prefer the Ofra highlighter over the Unearthly. This one right here just really just makes the highlighter look absolutely beautiful. I love the way the Ofra highlighter is looking. Like, it is just so glowy. It's so in your face. It's just really pow. But to be fair, I've always loved the Ofra highlighter, so that's probably why I'm a little bit more biased towards that. But I did love how the Unearthly looked. I just prefer this one just a little bit more. Speaking on Unearthly, I will say that this freaking eyeshadow palette, oh my god, it's gorgeous. I absolutely love this eyeshadow palette. I love both eye looks that I created. I think both eye looks are absolutely beautiful. I think if I were to pick one or the other, I think I'd actually go for this side more than this green eye look. Even though I love green so much, this blue one is just so pretty. There's virtually any fallout on the face. Shimmers are nice and creamy, very easy to work with, and mattes are very blendable and very easy to build up and build down. Very, very, very beautiful palette. Highly recommend this. The mascara, I really enjoyed this mascara from YSL. I feel like it's really nice. It definitely does lift the lashes, gives it volume, and it's super, super soft on the lash, which I really do appreciate. So I'm gonna try this without eye makeup on so you guys can see the quality of it, but so far I am impressed. Same with the Ignite eye base right here from Sigma. I can see why Heather raved about this. This is great. I really do like this. Very easy to lay shadow down, and it already kind of like dries, where I don't have to like pat it down like I do with like my P. Louise base. It's already kind of dried down, which is really, really, really nice. Next, we do have the lip product from Sigma. Very beautiful color, very, very comfortable formula. I have nothing bad to say about this. I really do like this. Same with the Unearthly gloss. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So overall, we definitely had some hits and we definitely had some misses. I say today's video was definitely more of like, it looks like a miss because of the way that the products are working together. Unfortunately, I'm not saying it's the product's fault. It could just be my own user error, kind of mixing products maybe should not be mixed together, especially when I know what I like and I don't like. But I wanted to try these products out, and I will say that they are great. I want to try these products out, but some worked for me, some did not, and that's okay. But I definitely will be talking about these products again at the end of May when I wrap up my repurchase or trash. I think it's too soon for me to talk about it here in the month of April because April is almost over, and I haven't had a chance to try them enough to really give you guys my final opinion. So you'll get these products towards the end of May. But overall, first impressions, we had some hits, we definitely had some misses. So I will make sure that I link everything down below if you guys do want to check out anything. Thank you so much to the brands who did send me something. I really do appreciate it. And for those who listened to me rambling on for as long as you did and let me word vomit to you guys today, I thoroughly appreciate it because it really meant a lot, and I really freaking word vomited that you guys today. I'm sorry, but guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 3 to 4 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life. You guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband Corey, and as always, the biggest thank you goes to these beautiful, wonderful, amazing patron members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything, and to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys so much for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video.